She's supposedly supposed to be released within the next few days. I think in part because of the stink that the UK government has been raising internationally about this. That one news report I've read said that she's just going to be released. Another said she's going to be released for 2 years so she can wean her daughter, and like she's going to go back. But just continue to pray for her and her family. But hopefully we'll get news that our Marine is be released soon. Okay, are we ready for our next speaker? Guys, I really need for you guys to have a seat, settle down. She's traveled a great way to come here to speak to us. And I can't whistle. Darla Daywald is the National Director of the Patriot Action Network. I have the pleasure of sitting with Darla on a panel at the Western Conservative Conference, and I love hearing her speak and everything she had to say. In mid-January of 2009, Darla began planning a massive march in D.C. on a website owned by Grassfire.com. Grassfire appointed her the National Director a month later. Patriot Action Network joined forces with FreedomWorks and the Tea Party Patriots to make the 9/12 D.C. March a reality. An estimated 1.7 million patriotic Americans were in attendance. She traveled extensively with the Tea Party Express and has spoken at over 200 rallies nationwide. She's appeared on Fox News and as a CNN contributor. Currently, she's a candidate for the Arizona State House of Representatives in LB 8. And wouldn't it be great? Texas has had some great Tea Party victories. Great Tea Party victories. We need to have constitutionalists here. So I welcome Darla Daywald.
Well, thank you very much for such a warm welcome. I am thrilled to be here because, you know, as she said, in 2009, I started off as just a regular citizen who came to Patriot Action Network. We were actually called ResistNet back then, or Patriotic Resistance. We changed our name because we had, unfortunately, we had a site that had the same, very similar address as a